What if you were given 24 hours to change your entire life, and you wasted it? What if the only thing standing between you and success was not talent, not money, not opportunity, but your own delay? And what if the greatest loss in life is not failure, but the habit of saying, "I'll do it tomorrow"? There was once a boy named Ethan who lived in a quiet village surrounded by open fields and dusty roads. The village was simple, the houses were small. Life moved at a slow, steady pace. Ethan lived with his parents, his younger sister, and his grandfather, who was known throughout the village as a man of deep wisdom. People often came to his grandfather for advice. They trusted his words. They respected his calm presence. But inside his own home, there was one person who did not seem to value those lessons. That person was Ethan. Ethan was not cruel. He was not disrespectful. He was not even unintelligent. In fact, he had a sharp mind and a good heart. But he had one dangerous habit. He was always waiting. If he had homework, he would say, "I'll do it later." If his mother asked him to help clean, he would reply, "After I rest a little." If he promised his father he would wake up early to practice something, he would press the snooze button and turn back to sleep. Day after day, he postponed, and day after day, small tasks became large burdens. In school, his classmates began moving ahead. They completed assignments. They practiced their skills. They improved little by little. Ethan watched them. He told himself he would catch up soon, but soon never came. His father grew frustrated. His mother grew worried. His teachers shook their heads, but no amount of scolding changed him. Finally, his father turned to the one person he trusted most, Grandfather. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky with orange light, Grandfather called Ethan to sit beside him on the wooden porch. He did not shout. He did not criticize. He simply looked at the boy and smiled gently. "Ethan," he said, reaching into his pocket, "I have something for you." He placed a small gray stone in Ethan's hand. It looked ordinary, rough, cold, unremarkable. "This," Grandfather said slowly, "is no ordinary stone. It has a rare power. If you rub it against iron, the iron will turn into pure gold." Ethan's eyes widened. "Gold," he whispered. Grandfather nodded. "You may use it for exactly one day. I will return tomorrow evening to take it back. Until then, you can turn as much iron into gold as you wish." Ethan's heart began to race. Gold meant wealth. Wealth meant comfort. Comfort meant freedom from struggle. Grandfather stood up. "Remember," he said gently, "you have only until tomorrow evening." That night, Ethan could barely sleep. He imagined himself surrounded by gold bars. He imagined a larger house, new clothes, respect from others. He imagined never having to worry about money again. He smiled to himself in the darkness. "I have plenty of time," he thought. "Tomorrow is a full day." The next morning, sunlight streamed through his window. Ethan opened his eyes slowly. "It's still early," he muttered. "I'll get up soon." He turned over and closed his eyes again. When he finally rose, it was mid-morning. He stretched lazily and said, "First, I'll eat breakfast. Then I'll go to the market and buy scrap iron." He ate slowly. He drank his tea. He sat for a while, thinking about how rich he would become. After breakfast, he felt a little heavy. "Maybe I'll rest for just a few minutes," he told himself. "Then I'll go." He lay down. Minutes turned into an hour. An hour turned into 2. When he finally woke up again, the afternoon sun was already leaning toward the horizon. Ethan jumped out of bed. He grabbed the stone and ran toward the door. But as he stepped outside, he saw a familiar figure walking up the path. Grandfather. The sky was glowing with the soft light of early evening. Grandfather's steps were calm and steady. Ethan froze. "No," he whispered. Grandfather approached him and extended his hand. "Your time is over, Ethan." Ethan's throat tightened. "Please," he begged, "just a little more time. I didn't even use it. I can still go to the market. I can still make gold." Grandfather shook his head gently. "You had 24 hours. But I thought I had more time," Ethan said, his voice trembling. "You always think you have more time," Grandfather replied softly. Ethan felt tears gather in his eyes. "It would have taken less than an hour," Grandfather continued, "to go to the market and buy iron. Less than an hour to change your life. But you chose comfort instead of action." Ethan lowered his head. The stone felt heavier in his hand now. "I can't give you even one more minute," Grandfather said, "because life doesn't give extra minutes either. Opportunities do not wait for lazy hearts." He took the stone back. And in that moment, Ethan understood something he had never truly understood before. It was not about the stone. It was about time. Ethan had not lost gold. He had lost a chance. And the pain of that loss was sharper than any punishment. That night he could not sleep. He replayed the day in his mind. If I had woken up earlier, if I had gone to the market immediately, if I had not rested again, so many small decisions, so many small delays, and each one had seemed harmless, but together they had stolen his future. The next morning, Ethan woke before sunrise, not because someone forced him, not because he feared punishment, but because he finally understood the cost of waiting. He walked outside and sat beside Grandfather. "I was wrong," he said quietly. "I thought tomorrow would always come." Grandfather nodded. "Tomorrow does come," he said, "but it never comes with yesterday's opportunity." Ethan listened carefully. "Time," Grandfather continued, "is like that stone. It has the power to turn effort into gold, but only if you use it. If you ignore it, it becomes just another rock in your hand." From that day forward, Ethan began to change. He started small. When he had homework, he did it immediately. When his mother asked for help, he stood up without complaint. When he felt the urge to delay something, he remembered the weight of that stone in his hand. The change was not instant. He still felt the pull of laziness. He still heard the voice that whispered, "You can do it later." But now he had another voice, a stronger one, a voice that said, "Later is the thief of today." Months passed. His grades improved. His confidence grew. People began to notice. But the greatest change was not outside. It was inside. He no longer feared time. He respected it. There is a powerful truth in this story. Most of us are not failing because we lack ability. We are failing because we keep postponing. We say, "I'll start tomorrow." We say, "I'll try next week." We say, "There's still time." But time does not slow down for hesitation. A task that takes 10 minutes today can become a burden tomorrow. A small opportunity ignored can become a lifelong regret. If you want to change your life, start with one simple rule. Do it now. Not perfectly, not brilliantly. Just begin. Tell yourself you will work for 2 minutes. 2 minutes often becomes 10. 10 becomes 30. Momentum grows, and before you know it, iron turns into gold. Not because of magic, but because of action. Ethan never forgot the lesson of the stone. Years later, when he became a father himself, he told his children the same story. But he always ended with one sentence. Opportunities are not lost in one big mistake. They are lost in many small delays. So if there is something you have been postponing, a dream, a goal, a difficult conversation, a first step, take it today. Because today is the only stone you hold, and it will not stay in your hand forever. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to reflect. What is the one thing you've been saying you'll do later? Write it down and start. If you found meaning in this message, please like and share this video so others can be reminded that time is precious. And subscribe for more stories that inspire growth, discipline, and a life lived with purpose. Thank you for spending these moments with me. May you value every hour, cherish every chance, and never let tomorrow steal what you can do today. Be patient, be grateful, and use your time wisely.